So about an hour ago, I made a video called "Xeno Coffee is Done," and in that video, I ended up talking about Xeno Coffee, who was called out for being into ShorterCon after after he was kicked out by the revamp team after he was found out that he was into ShorterCon with a strange relationship with the younger versions of Gohan and Dende. And 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 after I posted that video, it was managed to get 200 views. I mean, like, god damn! I didn't expect my video to be. I didn't expect that video to basically get to blow up that fast. Despite one of my videos don't get way much views as I used to. But since this is part two and will be the final time talking about this situation, there was one major thing that I forgot to mention. That I forgot to mention in part one. Right before when I was actually planning on making part two, there was actually a sign thing that Coffee made a basically a message to an anonymous person who has a woman with name anonymous to base say about to basically apologize for what they done even though that he basically fucked up. So yeah, right after I posted my video, oh oh one of the commenters one of the commenters began to one of the commenters is from my video, or known as Red Soldier, told me that Perfection made a video just a half an hour ago, which is talk about the same situation in the same situation in the Xeno Coffee about Xeno Coffee. Well, obviously, I did watch his video, and oh man, this guy really thinks that he could join in on the action just so he could talk about Xenocopy as well. Well, this, even though he tried to join in the action, despite he still is being called out for one of his own heinous actions in the community, in the community, which I will explain later which I will explain later on. But first off, I'm just going to read one of the messages I sent to the anonymous person, and I'm going to read the entire thing, and, and so and after this, and after that, I'll end up making a, and I will end up giving it to rate this entire message that he sent there. Now, according to that, this message was sent in here from like I think that was like yesterday. I don't know which day it was. So according to that, he says, "Hey, I'm really sorry that you're I'm really sorry, but are you in contact with that Yachirubi white person, KK? I'm trying to reach out to apologize to him. I didn't mean to make them uncomfortable or overstep a boundary. I'm really bad at social cues. I'm really bad at social cues. I'm given on the autism spectrum, and I didn't know and I didn't know that they know that I didn't know that what they told me that they didn't and wish to speak of such topics at all, especially the one that we agreed to do, that we don't judge people who engage with it. Can you get me in contact with them and so I can apologize, please? I don't want to have to be forgiven by seeking friendship with anyone. I want to acknowledge my fuck up and accept accountability for making someone uncomfortable. I do not want anyone to be hurt by the things I say or do. I do not want to control my coping mechanisms. I just do not want to get got. It's just how I've got into by for so long, especially after the fire 2 years ago. Please, if you can, and I want to tell them I'm really sorry They don't have to accept it. They don't have to forgive me. I just don't want people getting the warranted about the situation. I'm so sorry to disturb you about this. You don't deserve it. Kate and Kiki didn't deserve it either. I'm scared and panicking right now. I want to tell them that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm accepting the fact. Accepting that that whole situation was my fault, and I shouldn't have said what I said. Well, that well that right there is nothing more than pure damage control. Now, if you got anxious to know why I'm calling that damage control, it's because that by reading the messages, by reading the message that he sent to that anonymous person, and this is the whole entire the entire the whole entire message was just basically just damage control, and he's just trying to fix, trying to hoping that to try to fix something fix something that's already happened. He only knows that he fucked up. He only knows he's cooked. He only knows he's fucked. But unfortunately, there, he, once you make one mistake, there's no going back. But to be honest, it did, and the Yacha will be his wife person, and and for example, he was somehow called out as a shorticon as well. Oh, but it got so bad to the point that ended up got so very bad to the point that he ends up get but he ends up that he ends up basically privating his entire account, which I will not go into detail of what he did. But what I do know what Xeno actually did, that he supports Shorticon and have a strange relationship with Gohan, with the younger versions of Gohan and Dende. But overall, the message that he just sent here to the anonymous person is just simply he nothing more than pure damage control, and I really hope that he doesn't fucking come back to the community ever. And he doesn't need to come back to the fucking revamp team ever. He needs he needs to stay away from the revamp community and stay away from the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 community as well. Cause Xeno Coffee, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're cooked. There, there's no apologizing. You're cooked. So if you really dare to come back to this community, and if you dare to come back and try to apologize on what happened, don't say you're sorry because you already know that you fucked up. And don't you even dare to try to say that it's your fault because it's always is. Stay away from the community and stay away from the revamp team ever. But anyways, that's gonna be it. But like I said, there's also and also I forgot to mention that Lord Perfection. Remember when I said that Lord Perfection made a video about the Xeno Coffee? Xeno Coffee. Remember when Perfection made a video about the Xeno Coffee situation? Well, he made that right after the whole entire thing entire drama was going on. Well, obviously, I cannot even blame the fact that the Super Itachi doesn't know that he doesn't even have the right to speak. He needs to basically need to say completely this one and needs to go back to wherever, go back to hating on Xenoverse or 3 or hating on Sparkling Zero or stuck on his PS4 or whatever it is. But to be fair, this guy, fair, Super Itachi, no one wants to hear you talk. Go back to hating Xenoverse 3 and go back to being stuck on your PS4. You don't deserve the right to talk. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video, guys. And yes, this is the last time I'll be talking about this because right after this, I may already make 2 videos about the Xeno Coffee situation. That this video, the video that's how Xeno Coffee is done, and this video will be the final part or coffin. Now, obviously, this is gonna be the be the final video. Be the final video that I made about this topic because probably after this I'll probably want to move on and focus on other stuff of that posting. And I am I plan on focusing on making part three Eve of Red versus series because that is going to be the final part of the series, and I'll end up basically putting those parts into one video just so I can basically hopefully it gets gets views. But anyways, and I and as always, this is Tomas Matt to sign off. Peace out.